guys, and welcome to TezMania TV. In today's video I am giving you the answers to the questions that you guys got to ask me a couple of videos back. And you guys asked a shitload of questions, which is so amazing. I love this. Unfortunately, I won't have time to answer all of them. Like I said in the video where I posted about the questions, I will only be answering the most thumbed up ones. So if I didn't get to answer your question in this video, sorry, but please try again because my plan is to put up more Q&A videos. That's what I'm doing today, answering your most thumbed up questions, and I'm answering some of the questions asked on Facebook as well. So the very first question is asked in Swedish, and it's not really a question, it's more of a kind of request, and it says speak a little bit of Swedish in the video, and I thought the way that I would do that is by reading one of the questions that was asked to me in Swedish. So Lilian Johansson, who asked me to speak a little bit of Swedish, the first question is for you. The first question was asked by Goy, which is one of my fellow Swedish YouTube vloggers. She's awesome, check out her channel if you haven't already. She has asked me a bunch of questions, so I'm just going to read them all and start in Swedish and then tell you what they mean in English. Okay. Vad har du för utbildning och vad jobbar du med? That means, what kind of education do you have and what do you do for a living? Well, I have, other than the regular primary school that everybody goes to, I've also been to the university and I have a bachelor's degree in gender research with media and communication studies as my sort of side subject. I've also taken cultural anthropology, and as you guys know, I am a certified makeup artist and airbrusher. And what I do for a living? Well, I work full-time as a graphic designer and producer for a communications agency. But you guys also know that I do freelance work sometimes as a makeup artist. The next question, still from Arogoy. Vad har du jobbat med förr? Which means, what kind of jobs have you had before? I've worked a lot in customer services. I've worked as a office manager, as a receptionist, telephone operator, I've done sales, a bit of work in stores, kind of that sort of thing. So a lot of customer service stuff. Har du blivit nekad jobb på grund av din stil? Have you ever been denied a job because of the way you look? No, I've never been denied a job because of the way I look, but I have been told to like put on a jacket for important clients and stuff so that my tattoos are covered up. And I have been told to change the color of my hair on 2 occasions, 2 different jobs. And I think it's ridiculous, but you know, if I want to keep my job, I better listen to the rules. But since I started working in the place where I work now, nobody's ever asked me to do anything like that because they really couldn't give a fuck. They just want me to perform, and I do. Finns det någon hårfärg som du aldrig haft? Is there a hair color that you've never had? I don't think so. I think I've had them all, including like silvery gray, so I think I've tried them all actually. Antar att du klipper och färgar håret på dig själv, så när var du hos frisören sist? I'm assuming you cut and dye your own hair, so when was the last time you went to the hairdresser? Honestly, I don't think I've been to the hairdresser since I was like 17 or something like that, and I'm 32, so that was like half my life ago. I don't know, I just like doing it by myself. It saves money, and I do change it a lot, so why not? Moving on, I'm sorry if I pronounce any of your names incorrectly. I'm kind of trying to rush through this because I don't want this video to be insanely long. Leilani Garcia asked me a couple of questions, starting with how old you are. Well, I just answered that. I'm 32. I was born on January 16th, 1982. What do you do for a living? I just answered that. Have you ever done any alternative modeling? If not, would you like to? Not professional, but yeah, I've done some modeling. I have like 2 modeling pages, one on Model Mayhem that I haven't updated in years, and then one on the Swedish forum that I kind of update every now and then. I love having my picture taken, it's fun, like ego boost and stuff. Wine break! Leilani Garcia also asks me if I would ever consider opening an Etsy or eBay store to sell clothing you alter or enhance, or just used items or no longer use. It would be really fun to do something like that someday, but as of now, there's just no time, so the only thing I would consider right now is selling stuff that I no longer use myself. I kind of sell those in like the thrifty places or like secondhand, sell them here in Stockholm where I live, but I mean a lot of my followers live all spread across the globe, and just sending you guys stuff would cost a fortune just in shipping, so it's really just annoying that you can't ship stuff to people cheaper. But yeah, I would consider it in the future if there's more time. I would love making jewelry or stuff for you guys, but I don't have time right now, sorry. Lori Scum says, hi Tez, first off, you're such an inspiration to me and I just love all your videos. Thank you. My first question is, did you go to school to learn how to make clothing? Yes and no. In Sweden, the kind of craftsy, artsy classes are mandatory when you're still a kid, when you're in primary school. I think it's called primary school, I can't remember. And I took like shop class, which I guess is like the wood shop class. And then I kind of mixed that. So sometimes I had shop class, sometimes I had the sewing class, but I sucked at it back then. I was so bad at it because I just didn't have the patience for it. Didn't think it was fun. All we had to do was like create these pre-made things. There was no that's why I still to this day don't like using patterns, because I want to make my own stuff, not just create something that somebody else has already laid out for me, you know. So I did learn a little bit when I was younger, but then the stuff that you see me do in DIYs and tutorials here on YouTube now is stuff that I've learned all by myself. So you don't have to go to school. If you want to like distribute and sell your stuff, then yeah, you have to learn properly. But if it's just to make for yourself or for like one of your friends, you can totally learn that on your own. Midget Emo asks me, do you or have you ever had a boyfriend or girlfriend? If so, what did they think of your alternative style? Were they alternative too? Yeah, I have a boyfriend. We've been together for 6 years and he is alternative too. Nikita Much asks me, how did you find your alternative style? I have complications with what style I like, so what would you say to help? I grew into it. I mean, I'm old. I'm 32, like I said a bunch of times in this video now. And I wish I was this alternative when I was younger, but honestly, there weren't really that many alternative people, like none at all, basically, where I grew up in this small-ass town. And the most alternative were like punks, so I was really into punk when I was younger, because that's what they had, but then more and more alternative styles kept developing and just came out, so it wasn't really possible for me to be alternative when I was young. Well, it was if I would have thought of everything myself, but you borrow a lot from other people, you do. So what would I say to help? Just try stuff. It's just clothing and accessories, and you know, hair grows out, makeup can be removed. Just try stuff. I do like Pinterest and Google searches for images and stuff, and save whatever I like people looking awesome, people wearing cool clothes. Just save it and then kind of look through it and be like, yeah, I'd look awesome in that, and I try to find that or try to make that for myself. So try to find your inspiration and try all kinds of styles. You don't have to feel like you're stuck in one folder. Just try anything, and if you try something and you don't like it, just move on and try something else. Beauty BE asked me, how were you as a kid teen? Insecure. It was really insecure. I was bullied a lot because I was different. I know I just said that I wasn't alternative when I was young, but I was still into punk and stuff, like as alternative as you could be, I guess, where I grew up. And that was just not acceptable to the asshole kids that I went to school with, so I was bullied, and that made me kind of shy and sad and alone, and lots of sitting up in my room watching movies. But that all changed later. Beauty BE also wants to know, if you had the chance, what random language would you like to learn? Well, I already speak English, Swedish, and Spanish. So other language, it'd be cool to learn something that is completely different from the stuff that I know. So maybe like Japanese or something like that would be cool. Would you ever do a house tour for us? I would, but seriously, our apartment is a fucking mess right now. We're looking to buy something larger, and if we do, and I get that stuff like all settled and in order, I promise I will do a house tour for you guys. Paquito T asks me, someday will we see your head completely shaved? Well, I did shave all my hair off maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. I'm sure there's gotta be a video of that here on YouTube. I have no idea. I might do it again. I don't know. I like having a shaved head. It's awesome, simple to take care of and stuff, but the only thing that bothers me is that means I can't do anything with it. Because you guys know that I like to dye my hair, put extensions in, I cut it all, style it weirdly, do stuff. And if I shave it all off, it's like, I can't do anything. So that's kind of the reason why I let it grow back out pretty fast when I did shave it off, because as much as I liked it and as much as I thought I looked good in it, I couldn't do anything with it, and then it got boring. Hysteria wants to know what my favorite bands are. I'm weird when it comes to music. I'm one of those people who grew up loving movies and really didn't give a fuck about music. Sure, I'd listen to some stuff, but I've never been like following bands around or never really gone to that many concerts. I've just had crushes on actors and actresses and just loved movies instead. But some of the bands that I do like today. I really love System of a Down. I like Paramore. One of my favorite bands is V&B Nation. They're pretty awesome. I also like pop music. I like some of the stuff that Lady Gaga does. I actually really like Christina Aguilera, and just, I don't care, I like whatever. Orphea wants to know, what is your favorite set of dreads? That is a really tricky question. I don't know, actually. I have a lot of them. I have no idea. Holy shit, that was a tricky question. I guess I like the sets where I mix in both cyberlocks and dreads because I get this fun, like, funky style and something with color. I have no idea. I love them all equally. And as you guys probably know, I prefer the wool ones from the synthetic ones. How would you suggest dressing for a normal type job but still staying a bit alternative? I hope that you guys don't feel like you have to pretend to be somebody else by wearing clothing that isn't really you. I hate that. The way I do it is basically to tone down on the craziness a little bit. It's still the same wardrobe. I don't have like a specific wardrobe for work. I don't wear like proper jackets or suits or shit like that. It's just not me. I just kind of tone it down a little bit. The way I look today is straight from work, so I have like a more toned down makeup today, and just, I don't do the mohawk at work, mostly because I can't lean my head back against my chair and it would ruin my mohawk. It's just this dress from H&M. I don't know, I wear more comfy stuff, I guess, to work. But I do wear corsets and stuff to work too. Nobody really cares. But if you do feel like you have to adapt, try to keep something in your clothing that makes you feel like you're true to yourself, you know, like keep your makeup the way you want it, or keep like your favorite top or anything like that, so you kind of can look at that and be like, okay, I'm still myself. So I hate that. I hate when they have dress codes and shit and they make you look like just a fucking clone, and you're not. You should be able to express who you are no matter what the fuck you work with. So try to be yourself as much as you can, but if you get shit for it, I'd say try to argue first, because discrimination based on the way people look is disgusting and ridiculous, and they shouldn't be allowed to do it. If you have to buy things that you really don't want to wear, but you kind of have to for work, like a jacket or some boring pants or something, I would kind of buy those at a thrift store and then do stuff to them to adapt them more to my style, like change the buttons for something cooler, or like sew-ons and patches and stuff. You're kind of still staying within the limits of what you're allowed to do, but you're still true to yourself. So I hope that makes sense. Dizzy Twibori asks me, how do you feel about women who don't shave? I want to stop shaving legs, pubic hair, armpit hair, but I'm afraid of being ridiculed and made fun of it. It's hair. Everybody has it. Like, why shouldn't women be allowed to keep their hair the way it is? Men do it all the time, and it's not unsanitary, it's not disgusting, it's just the way we actually look. I say let it grow. If you like hair, why not? Just go ahead, and who gives a fuck what other people think, as long as you're happy. I mean, if you feel like you have to shave and you feel miserable doing that, what's the point? You have to do it for yourself, you know? I shave because I don't really like that much hair on myself. I mean, I don't even like hair on the top of my head, as you guys know. So for me, the shaving thing works, but there are no rules. People have to look the way they want to look, and people who can't handle that are just insecure assholes. So go ahead, save everything out, and be awesome and natural. I'm sure you're gonna love it and feel a lot better. Viola Whimsical wants to know, how many body modifications do you have? A ton. I think I can count 25, so something like that. Uses93 wants to know, what do you think about Pride, both the LGBTQ community and the festival itself? Is it a good way to protest, show people you care, or is it a bad way to shine light on a community? I fucking love Pride. I mean, it's disgusting that we have to have a specific day for these people to be able to be who they are and look the way they want to look and fucking kiss somebody in public without being worried about being beaten up. It's disgusting, and it's just, I hate that the world is like that, but it is. The world is like that, and for those issues and really important questions to be lifted up so that everybody fucking has to think about them and contemplate them for a while, yeah, we have to do things like that. So I really think Pride is a really good thing. I'm bisexual, by the way, and that's nobody's fucking business. I don't understand people who care about who somebody else sleeps with. It's like, it doesn't bother you. If you're not gay, why are you bothered? It's just weird. Judas Adoris asks me, what is your favorite book? My favorite books, I don't know if I can pick a specific one. I really like the Swedish author John Ajvide Lindqvist. He is freaking amazing. He writes these kind of horror story books, and they're great. So yeah, I think I have to say him. I don't know which specific book I like the most, but they're all just awesome. What's your favorite movie? My favorite movie is The Fifth Element. Do you have any surprising interests? Yeah, I think it might be surprising, and I don't think everybody knows what this is, but I'm totally into ASMR. ASMR is autonomous sensory meridian response, and it is pleasurable sounds, and not pleasurable in a sexual way, but like mind orgasm way, like sounds that make you super relaxed and just like that kind of thing. That's what ASMR is to me. So if you guys see like what kind of videos I clicked like on and stuff on YouTube, you'll see some ASMR stuff on there. And ASMR is weird because not everybody responds to it and everybody gets it. Some people are like, well, that's just a hair brushing video. Why are you making all of those pleasurable faces? I don't get it. But for me, yeah, it's like an orgasm for the head. So I really like ASMR. I don't know if that's weird, but I like it. What do you do when life gets overwhelming? Throw stuff, break stuff, curse a lot. Either try to hide and be by myself, or be with somebody I love, like my boyfriend, who totally gets me, or I try to be with the rats, or I just try to focus on doing something that kind of takes me down, like centers me or grounds me or whatever it's called. Again, I think everyone has to have like their own trick for that. Zach King was here, asks me, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? Oh, I love this question. If I have to choose just one, because I have these two favorites that would make up an awesome superhero if I was one, and that would be flying and badass martial arts. But if I have to choose one, I think I'd go with flying. I've always wanted to be able to fly. I used to have flying dreams all the time when I was a kid. On the other hand, I've always wanted to be able to beat people up as well, so the martial arts thing, yeah. Okay, the questions that I have left now are the ones from Facebook. So Carol Perry asked me on Facebook, can you see yourself as an oldish lady, still with your gorgeous colorful hair and makeup, or will you ever tone it down? As long as I feel like doing it, why not, you know? Age is just a number. There's no, like, I haven't set up a limit for myself. Like, when you turn 40, you have to start wearing longer skirts and stop coloring your hair. Like, there's no, I'll do it for as long as I like it. I could totally see myself as a badass old goth lady, like, with a cane with a snake head on her or something like that. That would be awesome. Linda Ham asked me, do you have any tips where to order American brands in Europe? I'm from the Netherlands. I say Google, because, I don't know, there are a lot of stores. Google. Crimson Days, does your boyfriend ever appear in your videos, or does he just not like to be in them? He hasn't so far. I mean, he's been like in the background and stuff, but he's never spoken in the video. I think that he might be a little iffy about people finding him on YouTube and stuff, but we'll see if that ever changes. I know you guys want me to do the boyfriend tag. We'll see. How many siblings do you have? I have one older brother. He's 6 years older than me. Do you ever plan on getting married? I haven't really thought about it that much. I mean, I grew up not wanting to get married at all. I've been like super against it for so long because, number one, I'm an atheist. I would never set foot in a church unless I fucking have to, like somebody else's wedding, but I'd still be like, the whole time, no, I wouldn't. I've never like dreamt about my dream wedding and la la la, and if I did get married, I would want to do it like in a really bizarre kind of my way thing, like a zombie themed wedding or something like that, and not with a priest, never fucking with a priest. If somebody mentions religion or God or Jesus on my wedding, I would kick their ass, okay? No plans to get married, so I'll let you know if that changes. Yu Young Sim asked me, what is your favorite band or music genre? I did answer the bands thing. My favorite music genre, I guess, I like EBM, synth, rock, metal, punk. I can't choose one because I listen to all of them and just... are there any Swedish bands you'd like to recommend? I don't really listen to that much Swedish music. The only like 2 Swedish artists that I like are Robin or Kent. They're okay, I guess, but that's basically it. Do you listen to J-pop? If so, what is your favorite J-pop band? A little bit, but not enough to have a favorite band, no. So that was the final question, you guys, and like I said, if I didn't get to answer your question, just try again in my next Q&A. I will do as I did last time, which is post a video saying, hi guys, ask me your questions. You can just post it again, vote for each other and give people thumbs up. The questions with the most thumbs up are the ones that I'm going to answer. So that is all for now. I'll see you guys in my next video or on Facebook at facebook.com/the TezMania page. Bye.